Some introduction to what we are doing this qualification. First of all, it is not called a certification. It's called a qualification. This is not about passing a test. Actually, there is no test in this qualification program at all. We don't want to see test results. We want to see you develop something that brings discipline of project business management forward, that helps the discipline of project business management to understand situations better, make better decisions, and also to show that you are an educator or a consultant, which means you don't only know what to say and what to do. Sometimes you may not even know it, you know where to find it, but you also know how to communicate that. So you are evaluated here, not just for your knowledge in project business management, but in your ability to bring this forward, to move this forward. We have a small group of ACEs already, and they are able to communicate the topic. And that's the important thing for us. First of all, we are asking you to send us in a period of probably 3 months. That's not a deadline. It's just an expectation that you do that in 3 months. We ask you to send us 3 what we call submissions now. A submission could be an article or other things. We will see this in a second, and talk about a special aspect of project business management that you consider important. It may have to do with day-by-day life in project business. It may be something more abstract, maybe something scientific. It's not a thesis or a piece of PhD work that we are expecting from you. It's the same direction, but it should be much, much shorter than that. We have to read it and then to assess it and help you on the way. So it should be something a bit smaller, but the idea behind that is very similar. If you like, you can base your work here on literature. For instance, there are 4 books on the market on the topic. Actually, that's the whole body of knowledge today on project business management. A book from 2011, a guy from Finland. His book can be downloaded for free. It's a bit abstract. He's a professor, and he works at a university, so you feel it a bit. But if you like this academic style, that's the best one for you, maybe. Then we have a book by Ian Haptinstall, by Robin Hornby, and a 4th one by myself. And actually, that's the literature that is out there. In an industry discipline, which has been around for thousands of years, I think, that's all on literature we have. If you like, you can use these. There are some papers out there. Stanimir wrote something, I wrote something on that. So we have something out there as well in papers. It's not much out there, but if you like to use this, you can use this as a basis for your work, or you can do your work, your submission, completely independent of that. We have some recommendations for topics. If you have better topics, feel free to say, no, I want to write something about something very specific. Can I write about that? And if it's interesting for everyone, we will say, yes, of course, please do that. So these are just recommendations, but processes for business development, that's where project business begins. It is business development on both sides, customers and contractors. Yeah. Contract types and project types, how can we bring them together? Something about teaming agreements. But also Angie, for instance, she's also ACE. She made a submission on teaming agreements, a very interesting one. Can they look like? What are the basics there? And again, you can take a book as a basis or a paper, or you can just take your day-by-day situation and write something about that. So you have 8 proposals here, 8 recommendations for topics. And if you have a 9th topic, a 10th topic, please feel free to offer that. We are open for new ideas, new topics, new things we should discuss. For instance, we don't have an industry focus as well. Maybe you want to write something about a certain industry that you find interesting. Please, you are welcome to do that. Then what is the format of such a submission? It could be some kind of free speech. Yes, you stand in front of a camera and speak into the camera, of course, maybe in front of students. Yeah, you can use PowerPoint and make a presentation with narrations. I did this, by the way, as well. One of my submissions, I went through the same process. One of my submissions was a narrated presentation, and whatever you like. A friend of mine made a recorded discussion and submitted recorded discussion interview. And actually, it was more an interview than a discussion. Everything that is interesting to read, to hear, to see, that's welcome. We may tell you on the way to the final product, please add something here, change something there. It's not so much about formalism. It's about making it a professional piece of work that you can submit to others so that they learn something about project business management when they read it or when they watch a video or listen to a podcast or whatever it is. Then you will have an assessor, and the assessor will finally assess your work result, maybe after some adjustments and some little changes. So you're free to improve it before the assessor. And these are the criteria that we have. The first one is, do you have a depth of understanding in the topic that you selected? And by the way, this has a weight of 10. So this is our most important thing, depth of understanding. Then we have a grade here, and grade times weight gives the score that you get for that. So if you have say a 6 here as a grade, the weight would be 10. Your score would be for this specific criterion would then be 60, and so on for the next. The passing score is 285, 75%. So if you achieved 75% of the points that you can gain here, or more, of course, the maximum is 380. If you get them, then you have a pass. By the way, we didn't have a fail here for any of these submissions because our idea is not to let someone fail. The idea is to send you through a process, and at the end of the process, you have knowledge, you are professional, and you have shown this to others. So the idea is to make you pass, but not because we want to bring fake qualification assessment out. The reason is simply to help you during the process. We assume that everybody who is starting this process is a capable trainer, has experience, has a lot of knowledge, and now we want you to put your professional focus on a new topic. And by the way, another idea is most of us in training, in consulting are to a major degree are autodidacts. So the expectation here is to have something for autodidacts. The main work is not done by the assessor. The main work is done by the candidate. And then you deliver that, and when you have 3 passes, then you will be ACE qualified. You can use our logo that we have. You have seen this already, this logo. You can use the logo. You can use the acronym ACE for yourself, for your name. And we will soon have a registry. So if someone wants to know, is this person really ACE? Is this true? Or does someone make believe others? Then it will be easy to find.